This week, I seen an article that really caught my attention. Basically, it's about these three guards and how they have absolutely no trade value. Now, I 1000% agree with Ja Morant and LaMelo, and I've talked about that. But Trae Young is one that I still struggle with. Trae Young and the Atlanta Hawks, they couldn't come to that extension agreement this summer. And although it's tough because that is the franchise player, it makes sense for both sides. Excluding 2021, the Hawks, they've been mediocre forever, even with Trae. So now with a competent roster, they want to see exactly what Trae Young's ceiling is as a leader of a good team. And for Trae, he's basically on the last year of an expiring contract, so he's kind of betting on himself. Trae Young, he's notoriously bad defensively, and that's always been a consistent struggle for smaller guards. Just being honest, one of the reasons the Hawks have actually been pretty good this year defensively is because Trae's been hurt. With Trae Young on the court, they're one of the worst defenses in the entire sport. Without him, they're actually top 8. But Trae Young has battled this narrative of being overrated basically for the entirety of his career. Still can give you 27 and 10 in his sleep, still relatively durable throughout his career, and still has reached heights that a lot of his peers haven't. His problem is he's probably not worth what he's seeking contract-wise with his limitations and the new CBA. I've referred to this article a lot because, to me, it's always amazing how quickly the NBA moves. The top 25 players under the ages of 25. This list was made in 2022. If you look at the top 10 and really the top 11, I'm sorry, Evan, half the players on this list, in my opinion, were massive disappointments. One of the most not talked about stories so far this year to me is how mid the Cavs are given the situation they're currently in.
This is last year, right? Like teams are coming for us 1, but 2, it's a different year, so it's gonna be harder.
We kind of glossed over it because last year the playoffs were so unpredictable as a whole. But last year, the Cavaliers won 64 games and didn't even make the conference finals in the East. The Cavs right now, they have the highest payroll in the league and they're well above the second apron for the second consecutive year. I can say it now, confidently. Donovan Mitchell basically moved Utah East. Simply feels like the exact same thing. Limited offensive bigs, who's great defensively, just like Utah, and an offense that relies on him to do everything. This year, Donovan Mitchell is second in 30-point games. This is the Cavs' record when he scores 30, and this is their record when he doesn't. Darius Garland, their second ball handler, he's just been bad this year. And I know some people will say, well, he's been hurt. He's always hurt, and that's the problem.
Trainer with the Pels. Last year while I was rehabbing my hamstring, he was just like, Z, we need to figure this out. Like, what are some things you like to do? How can we make the workouts in a way to where you're having fun and you're really enjoying it, boom, boom, boom. And during that time frame last year, I really felt a shift in my body to where I haven't felt like this since college, high school, just.
Zion Williamson basically had to sign this contract in 2022. In the NBA, where like 99% of contracts are guaranteed for the most part, fully guaranteed, he had to take this NFL running back ass deal to earn his guaranteed money and prove that he's worthy of a guaranteed contract. And he didn't even do that. Zion has specific criteria in his contract that involved his weight and a certain amount of games that he had to play to, again, earn his contract. The first year he signed his contract, he instantly triggered the clause not playing enough games, which meant the last 3 years of his deal weren't guaranteed. Those last 3 years started this year, hence why we got this. If he plays a certain amount of games, he can essentially earn all his guarantees back. And how exactly is that going?
I want to turn now to another developing story, this one out of New Orleans. Pelican star Zion Williamson, he will miss an extended period of time with a right adductor injury. He's going to be reevaluated in 3 weeks.
Bro, since this man got drafted, this is where he ranks on his own team in games played. Zion Williamson was the #1 pick in the 2020 draft. Do you know the #1 pick in the following draft has already played basically double the amount of games as Zion? The #1 pick in the 2021 draft, Cade, he's already played more NBA games than Zion. The #1 pick in the 2022 draft, has basically played the exact same amount of games as Zion.
Should, because I see what the potential, and let's not forget the trajectory he was on. He'd just be doing some corny shit, and for you to get in Klay's face and put your hand, but for him to do that, and then for Klay to even take the high road and respectfully getting his ass, because at the end of the day, all as fans, we want to see Ja get on the court and be great again.
The 2019 class was supposed to be all Ja's because of how disappointing Zion was. And to me, he's become a bit worse. In the last 2.5 seasons, now counting this one, Ja Morant has played 71 games. I made a video about Ja Morant earlier, and I referenced this moment at the 2023 All-Star Game. They literally had a segment for the future faces of the league, and look at how many games they've played since, and then look at Ja. The 2024 season also started the beginning of this contract. And what the hell has Memphis really gotten from Ja since he started this contract? Everything has gone down. Silly ass antics. I seen this video from his dad that kind of made me feel like, damn, can you even really blame Ja? And since he started this contract, he ranks 12th in total games played on his own damn team. This is the franchise player, bro. If you look at the stars in this league, since he started that contract in total games played, look at where he ranks.
What are your thoughts on that?
He never heard that come from me, so source is not from me, so just false info. Gotta let him know. I mean, I really don't like commenting back on stuff, but when it get too big, you know, you got to do something.
LaMelo was drafted 3rd in that 2020 draft. Look at where he ranks in total games played 5 years later. About 95% of the people under him aren't even in the league anymore. Now that this happened and the Detroit Pistons are actually good, you know what team has the longest active playoff drought? It's the Charlotte Hornets. When you draft a prospect that high, you expect them to take you to the playoffs at least once in their first 5 years. Since LaMelo's been drafted, only 2 teams have yet to make the playoffs in that span. The Spurs, who will this year, and the Hornets. LaMelo Ball recently got benched in 2 pivotal fourth quarters, and it's because he still feels like an unserious player. Over the last 3 years, LaMelo averages 20 shots a night, and he's truly been the worst high-volume scorer in the league. Please, look at those other 3 players that shoots like LaMelo in this span. All 3 have been in the last 2 NBA Finals, all NBA players, and all top 6-7 players minimum when healthy. Going back to this 2022 list of the top 25 players under 25, the players that actually did live up to this list are the players that play. Since this list has been made, these are the players with the most minutes, including the playoffs, in a single season. Luka, Tatum, and Shea, they're all on this list. And I included the playoffs because your body has to go through some shit. Look at LaMelo, Ja, and Zion's career highs. With all of these players that typically have small markets, what's the normal common theme? They're not reliable.
Physically, I'm fine. Now it's just a matter of like when I feel like Zion. I mean, sucks. I don't know how else to say it. It just sucks.
If you guys like this video, let me know in the comment section how exactly you feel about these players and which player out of all of them probably has the best future. Follow my social media sites, turn on post notifications, do all that great stuff, guys, and until next time, as always, stay tuned.